the
Sorry, I
the
started.
World Expo is a really huge leap forward, and so excited about that. And Educators in VR is working on bringing in some of our worlds and things to help support our teacher training programs. So um, it is my dream from the very beginning of this project that it becomes simple enough, draggy droppy enough, easy enough that we can convince teachers that this is a great way to not only create very private teaching spaces specifically for their classrooms and whatnot, because you can control, who has access to the app and stuff, unlike, a lot of things we're using. Um, but also their students can create their own homework projects.
Mhm.
And that's game changing. So I'm so proud and thrilled to be a part of this. So thanks, Evgenia.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you guys always been our supported our rock, our testers. They made a special team to test it, which was really cool. Anyone else wants to introduce yourself? Maybe say a few things about yourself, your projects, interests. Also, feel free to share your LinkedIn information on the chat. I'm gonna read it later and connect with you. I will share my LinkedIn as well if you don't have it, but you can search by my name. All right, I think I'm gonna start. We also will have a recording available after that, and we're excited. So welcome everyone, especially people who are new to us. We call it, we're a startup at this point because we had amazing growth last year. We published this framework last January, January 30th, actually. And this year has been amazing, honestly amazing. We're doing things a little different than maybe some other open source frameworks, but I'm going to also touch on that a little later. So the idea behind our company is to reduce virtual reality development costs, time and cost by 95%. So those 5% you're going to take and customize it, make it yours, and then have fun with this, right? Creating your own environments, creating your own worlds. But the main goal for us is to connect you with businesses, right? So some other third-party platforms, they all kind of focusing on you building your app and publishing your app, and then making money with your app or stuff like that, or maybe building third party platforms for your worlds on top of them. For us, we want to kind of move past that and start working with businesses, educating them, because this year I've noticed that the big difference from previous years with businesses who not in VR, they eyes light up. They go, oh, VR, oh, how cool, we would like to have that. So it's very different from before. They were a little, I'm not sure. Now they all want it, and they understand if they are not going to jump on the train, they're going to be behind. So nobody just wants the website. Some people want a showroom. Some people want to have something fun in their welcome center. For example, our team worked on a very big project this year, and that helped us to continue funding our framework, and again, putting it for free. And our client, enterprise client, they recognize the value. They said, okay, so we paying you guys to build us content instead of us paying for you to figure things out. So they already had this framework working. Um, so we have a couple of links here that you can start. We have an example app on MetaQuest, which you can test. Work in progress. Again, we're going to update it very soon. Well, it's already been updated with the latest framework. So another thing that happened this year, we enrolled in a couple of hackathons. One hackathon we became finalists, so we were top 5 companies, and then we learned that we were third. So, but we were certified by Meta, Shape6R, Germany Tourist Board, and it is also available on MetaQuest. It's on the alpha channel right now. It's also using the updated framework. And unfortunately, it's using Ready Player Me avatars, which I was so excited about. and we'll have to remove that because the Ready Player Me is no longer supporting us. We did spend a couple of months. We had 3 engineers working, implementing everything, and this morning we had to remove it from our starter kit. So a few other projects. So this is um, some of the stuff from the framework. Everything is customizable. So the core system in the framework is going to be the same in every app. It doesn't mean it is set in stone. So if you don't like something, you can change the how UI looks or whatever. But the core systems, everything is working and just works. So some of the community projects, I will show Lance is here. Maybe he can jump in and show his project. We had Lori was working on the first framework that we published, not the updated one, but hopefully she will bring her worlds here. So Joanne is also working on the Muse. And a lot of those projects that came from Altspace, especially also my worlds, the travel one. This is my personal passion. So another thing, this one is becoming too big, huge. He's building the whole inventory system, also using our the first original framework. And so what's included? It's built on Unity 6, XR Interaction Toolkit 3, cross-platform. It's Quest ready, but we also have desktop controls. We didn't push them yet, so desktop controls, the third view players. So we already kind of had it implemented for the client. Right now, it's only Quest, but because we're using OpenXR, it's cross-platform compatible, so you can build it on all headsets. Plus, yay! Plus, next week, I already told my team we're going to start working on the web because this is another thing that we want to have working. We kind of will probably bypass desktop. At this, I don't know. We'll talk about it, but I would like to have because web GPU now used to be WebGL, now the web GPU is supposedly better. And the great news we got from Cesium, they've been kind of the biggest block. It's a geospatial provider that we have in our framework. They were not supporting web, and because we were pounding on them for a whole year, and I went to Cesium conference, I was chasing developers there, and I was saying, please make me web support, and they added experimental web support, which is also great for us. So that will reduce our kind of errors and stuff like that. So next week we're going to be switching to web GPU, seeing what's broken, and start fixing that. Also, we have again, think about this package as a working app that you download from our repository. You open with Unity, and it's working, right? You just have to follow our steps. Another thing, so we have a whole bunch of links. Please join our Discord and LinkedIn as well. Any questions so far? Any questions, comments, anything to add?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm new, and I've been a part of your Discord, and I've never done any of this. I do have Unity. I'm not extremely familiar with it yet, though. I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm new. Now, you said this is something that you download inside
Mhm.
of
No,
Unity. How do
no,
you?
I'm gonna explain
Okay.
how to get started. And the good thing is that the setup is pretty minimum, right? So you don't even have to do any coding or anything like that. So you do all the fun stuff. And the customization is pretty quick. Also with Unity 6, I noticed that they are opening way better than previous versions. Previous version, it would take a whole day to set up and make it build and everything. This one, couple of hours, I was just downloading the new one and it was working. Depend also based on your computer, your system, the link that you have, but we also have, pretty good steps on our tutorial page. So if you go to our tutorials right here, it will exactly tell you all the steps that you have to take, right? Before I start going over, you guys have any questions?
Can you clarify? I think MZO's question was about whether you open it from within Unity or
Yeah.
on the web.
No, you
Can
open
you
it
do both
inside Unity.
inside
Oh,
Unity?
well,
Awesome.
no, no,
No?
yeah, let me go over that. So, real quick, so this is what included. Another thing I want to say, so, Photon Fusion, we're using Photon Fusion. Some of our more advanced kind of community member were asking about why don't we use Mirror, why don't we use Netcode? Because we wanted to have production ready, enterprise ready, virtual reality multiplayer provider. So Photon Fusion is pretty stable, and with this, you do get 20 free concurrent users. And then from there on, if your platform start growing, for example, you want to build a new VR chat, or you're building something for school, and you do have some funds, and you can, you know, do a subscription so they can host 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So it's a good for scaling enterprise. And for us, it's easy, and for everybody, it's very easy to start. Perhaps we're going to start building something also more open source, but then you have to host a server. So before we build a server on the back end, we will be using Photon Fusion. And then we have login system. When you log in, your name will follow you. Everybody's name will follow you with you. We have 10 avatar selection. I had to remove Ready Player Me, unfortunately, as I said. Main UI settings UI. So settings UI is very cool in this new release. It's circular. We have emojis. We have selfie stick. We have sit down, mute, megaphone. Also spatial audio. So if you don't turn megaphone on, you walk away, you can hear people. So which is another kind of cool feature. Create a toolkit is sort of like, I've never used meta building blocks because I kind of stayed away from it. But we build our own meta building blocks or create a toolkit, but it's also very easy to use. Scene switching, transition screen. So I was also pounding on my team. Let's do transition screen because I was tired of like when you're switching scenes, there's like black block jerking. So we now have a nice, beautiful transition screen. All right. So any other questions so far? So another, real quick, the player count in the room. So we have player count in the room is something people like, right? You want to, when you're in a home environment, you want to see how many people were in which room. However, with this functionality, if you're in a home and you want to see where people are, we only get 10 people in the room because the way my team explained to me, we kind of have to split 20 concurrent users into home environment and in the big environment, but it's also a little more advanced. I will talk about it later. So how do you install? Right now, what we're going to be doing, we need help with you guys helping us to test developer release. I do put here that we have main release, which was released in the last one was released in March. So we did the big update. So that is a stable one, right? The main one over here, the main release. So you can start from here, but we would like you to help us test developer release. So this is developer release is where all of our latest changes are. And this is where we need help to kind of go over, make sure everything is working before we commit to the main release. So how do you start? So we are on GitHub. And when I said that we're doing things a little differently than some other open source frameworks, we are working a lot in our private developer repository, and then we merge everything here. Simply, and we don't really take a lot of commits from the community because we want to, because it was so fragile, and we were just trying to understand how the architecture works before we open it up and say, okay, let's start taking more kind of contributions. But this year, we do want to open it up more to the community so we can get more contributions and improve it faster. So in our website, it will explain how to get started. You will download this folder from here, so you can do download zip from here. You can fork it, but again, you can download it. And the first thing I would suggest is that you install it a little closer to your drive because you might have an issue about a long player name, but I think we fixed everything. I know Lance run into the issue, but because he was nesting it too far, try to not nest it. So it's a C drive or D drive. So we recommend it to be kind of closer to the drive, right? Then you will copy again. Everything is plain: assets, packages, project settings, into a new. So create a new folder, name it your app, copy this folder, copy this packages, and then open it in your Unity Hub. So when you go to your Unity Hub, make sure the Unity Hub is updated, and then you will need the version. So don't try to open it with different version. Make sure it's version 6.3.2 F1. Um, this is again, it's I love it what they did. It's opening everything very fast and it's very good. So
Can
then
you point Sorry, can you point out in here where you check which version you have installed? I think it's on the left side here in the hub,
so
installing versions. Yeah, there. So
installs, and then if you go to install editor, this one version is not going to be here, so you'll have to go into archive. So do you go download archive, and then you will select uh, uh, I think it's in LTS. So this,
thanks. I just want to make sure it's clear how you get the
yeah.
right version in.
Yeah, let me see this. It's this one. So this one, you download this one, okay? So install it, and then once you have it installed, you will find where you download that project, and you will find it, right? And you open it normally like you would open with Unity. Click on it, open, and then make sure. Oops, I'm sorry.
And you have to unzip it first, right?
Yes,
In
you
your
will unzip it, so it has to be unzipped,
and then open the folder
and
in
then,
Unity Hub.
yep. Where's my? Did I close Unity? Hold on a second. I close it. Okay, so and then make sure that once you open it, once you have it listed here, you select Android. And also on our tutorials, we do have that, like explanation. So select Android. That will open up with the correct platform because we are building for Android operating system, which is what runs on Quest. Once you open it, it will give you this window. So you'll have like empty scene. Um, and then it might give you some fixes, but it didn't give me any fixes when I was testing it this morning. So if you do have fixes window, you will just say fix all. Another thing, if you don't have, oh, I think we need to remove it because that was for Ready Player Me. I might remove this thing. I don't think you're going to get this issue anymore. So if you do have a project validation window, you just say fix all. Then this one I also will have to remove this step, unfortunately. So then the next step you will do is you open the, you will get API key. Also, there's just very few steps that you have to take, right, to custom, to make it running. We also give you a link where you get your API keys. So the API keys are going to be over here. So you'll create Fusion, and then you create voice, and then you will copy your API. It's a very long key, and it's going to be this is the only thing you do: create new app, then select non-gaming. Depends on what I mean, you can select non-gaming. Um,
And that's a free account on Photon,
yes,
right?
yes. Then you create a voice, and then you will copy this keys, and then you will start pasting the keys into where we'll tell you to. So far, questions about how to open it? Any MZO? I don't know what's your name. Sorry.
No, I'm just taking it all in. I was trying to figure out about the platform itself. Is this something that because I do build and I do 3D modeling and Blender and all that stuff. So and I do have some ideas on some things I'd like to build. and this particular platform, is this where I guess I'm trying to understand, like, let's just say I built a store and I'm trying to get businesses to come in and, rent some space or whatever.
Mhm.
Is this going to be an app where a person would log in, or is this something where, they would have to go to Unity I'm a little
No.
confused.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no
Sorry.
worries. So, no, this will be your own app. Um, it will be your own app with your own customization, and it will be running at this time on Quest, right? So this is what you can have. This is like one of my apps. We have World Expo, which is also a different app. So what they do, once you can either send a link, or you can, when you get your app is approved, when you're ready, you can get approved by Meta. And because we already built all the system, you're gonna have an easier time to be approved. All you need like a good content. And then this is the app they can search on their Quest headsets, and they can find it. And as I mentioned earlier, so we want to build web support. So the web support will also need like, it will be a bundle of files that you will upload on the hosting website. So we want to build this as your own business, right? It's not a third-party platform. We're not Outspace, we're not VR chat. So you will be building VR chat, if I want to say it like,
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I
yeah,
didn't know. I'm like,
yeah,
is it like an app that would be considered my own, or
yes,
something that would be like third party?
yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah.
that. Thank you.
So
Yeah,
what?
Vertex Form 3D is the toolkit that gets you your own app.
Yep, yep.
Say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
Vertex Form 3D is the toolkit and the framework that gets you your up to speed to deploy your own app.
Got you.
So these are the tools that you use to build your own app, and it makes it really easy.
Okay, thank you.
And I want to emphasize, because that's a perfect description of this. When you're using just as an analogy, when you're using Unity, there are plugins and things that you can add. There's scripts and things you can add in that you don't have to create out of, thin air. But a lot of the work you have to dig through the menus, you have to figure it out yourself, right? Isn't that how you build now?
Yeah, I build on my own. So
Yeah.
I've been around since Alt Space, and I've done a couple of things in VR chat, but I'm still working at it. So
Okay.
Yeah,
But you're doing it by literally seat of pants, which is awesome.
yeah.
Okay. And you didn't go through the Unity certification program or any of those things to get that. You just seat of the pants. Nothing wrong with that. That's most world builders, avatar makers, etc. They learn seat of their pants, which is beautiful. What this does, as was so beautifully said, and I didn't see who said that. But anyway, thank you. That was gorgeous. Is that it allows you to plug and play the tools you want. So you want to create something, you start building the app, you go, oh, I want flight, plug in flight.
hmm,
You want to allow avatars from X, Y, and Z system. You plug that in. As makers, what is awesome is that you have, and creators, is you have the opportunity that if you do build something from scratch that can plug into Vertex Form 3D, there's going to be a marketplace
yep.
for you to add flying upside down instead of flying right side up. Why not? It's VR. Who cares? We can do anything we want. I'm just
Mhm.
so if you come up with a how to fly upside down module, you could sell it on the marketplace or
Yeah,
offer it free to give back to the community because this is open source. So that ability for us as makers to when we invent, when we come up with that better mousetrap,
Mhm.
we can add to the community to help make it stronger by what we create and possibly sell it.
hmm,
So there's that you're not only building for you to create something that you can sell or allow tickets or however, private entry, whatever it is you want, you can also make extra money through the marketplace. So just want
yeah.
to put that.
The marketplace is something we want to start working, and hopefully we can launch it by the end of the year, hopefully. hopefully sooner, because that we can't possibly accommodate all of the new Laurel, right, in education. For example, imagine every single topic can have their own sub marketplace where like the chemistry sets, the electrician sets, the drivable vehicle. You can't go and buy them on Unity or anywhere else because I bring them here and they don't work. Like the vehicle, the wheel doesn't know it's a wheel. So it has to know it's doing something with our avatar. Our avatar sits down and starts driving. I don't want to build it. I want you to build it, so I'll pay you money so you can give it to me and I'll use it, right? To save money. Okay, so anyway, let's move on. Once you installed it, everything is already configured. Once you go to our SDK, this is a project setup. You will go open Fusion app settings right here. Just click on this open Fusion app settings, and this is where you're gonna plug in, put in your, make sure you put Fusion ID here and Voice ID here. And this is what will allow you to make it a multiplayer. Another thing we have is the world categories. This UI is also on our horizon very quickly. We want to customize a little better for like better use. But right now we have different categories, and I'm going to show you in the example app how it works. You can create your own category by simply clicking, and then inside of the categories, you can start sorting them up by environments. And in our UI, you will be able to also sort it out, and I'm going to show you in a minute. Make sure that your name of the app is, I mean, of the environment is exact match. And we will be, I'm seeing here, Arjun, I think this is a remote. I think we need, oh, maybe did I do that? Maybe I did that. I think I did that. We need to make sure that this is set to local. So that's one thing we have to check. Okay, so next, let me open my example app. Should I open World Expo app or example app first? Let me open example app first. So let's say this is my example app that's currently on the store, and I already customized it with some environments. This is not what comes with the kit, but kit comes with, I think there are 5 or 6 environments, like ranging from the campfire, there's fire particles and snow particles and mountains and little beach, little water shader, some assets there, the whole built by us. It's all for free, you can use. So then once you set up Fusion, so the Fusion setup is a very important step because without it, you're going to be struggling to test it. And we always recommend testing from the login scene. Otherwise, you might have a little bit of a trouble, and there's a way to go around it. But for now, open the login scene. How you find it, it's in project window right here. Let me move this. Project, Vertex Form 3D, scenes, Vertex Form 3D scenes, and then you will find login scene here, right? So you open it, and then you start playing. And also another thing, the cool thing we added is the version number. Once you make update to the app and you change your number in the player settings, right here, it will automatically update. So you will have your own new version number. So that way, when you test with people, they're all on the same page, they're all updated. You can connect with the name. We have really cute UI. And then we have one person here. Once you connect, you will be in the home environment. So, oh, I forgot to drop XR Device Simulator. Once you test on your desktop, we have XR Device Simulator, which you can drop really easy by just going through the SDK, and then it will give you hands and body, so that way you can test really nice. So this is our updated home. I mean, this is our example home in the example app, and then you can see, so main, this is where you can customize, put your logo. Another thing, this is what we're going to work on, making it easier. Right now, it's a little kind of like in the prefab itself where you can customize it, but we're going to make it easier from the database. Then you can see all these environments here. The way when you sort them, they will be like this. So you can create a ton of categories, right? If you selling a store, there's like shoes or clothes or whatever, like environments to hang out. Or I'll show you World Expo, how we customize World Expo. It's a little different. So once you want something to be favorited, it's gonna go into favorites. And then you can have a little info here. Whenever you open this info, this text will be the text that you put in right here in this window. Make sure you put it correctly here, okay? So what else? And then geospatial, obviously, I am in love in geospatial. We spend a lot of time figuring out geospatial. Right now, we'll come with Earth terrain, Moon terrain, and Mars terrain. So you will get to have you can get your own token as well from Cesium. So any other questions? Oh, I forgot that after customization. So you can see here we have a transition screen. This is see how cool. I'm so excited about little things. I'm like, oh, I don't have to stare at like ugly black block in my head. Any questions?
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, those colors are gorgeous. Now do you build this yourself in
Yep.
Unity or well, of course, Unity. Did you do everything in Unity or did you start in Blender or?
This is Blender, most of it.
Mhm.
All the trees and everything is in Blender. And then I brought it in here for like particles and all that stuff. But
Okay,
yeah, most of it is Blender. So
that's
then another cool thing is so we have this UI, and I'm so excited about that. Lori, I don't think you saw that UI. So in main UI, not many changes except for the improved categorization. We have a mirror. Of course, I have to check out how I look, but we have this coolest circular UI. Look how I love it so much.
Oh, that's cool. How do you bring that up?
It's well in the app is the same how you used to bring up the old one, so that would come
Okay.
in the Y
The menu
control
button.
in the Y, like on the Y controller. Also, this is all out of the box, right? You don't have to even do anything. And then the main UI will come into B right here. Then you can turn on fly mode. I have the fly mode disabled in this environment because there's literally nothing. I don't want people to fly. But we have the fly checkbox right here. So once you check it, you'll be able to fly. But here you can't because you will be, I think you should have a message that it's disabled. Do we have that message, Arjun? I don't think so. I think we have to bring it back. All right, let me write it down.
Which message?
The fly mode disabled.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let
Will
me
up.
write it down. Then another cool thing that Arjun spent, how much time he spent on this. And I was already gonna tell him, don't stop doing it, but he did it and I love it. It's my favorite feature. So you can grab and take a selfie here. I don't think I can do it with XR device simulator. Can I?
Yes,
Give me,
yes, you can do it, yeah.
I
But
have to
for that,
go.
you have to enable distance grab.
Oh yeah. Well, do I wanna, okay, I wanna try this. It's all testing, so. Distance grab is one feature that Laurel helped us to get approved by Meta because they had stands with trees. Oh, I grab it. Okay, here. Hello. How do I take a selfie? X? How do I take a selfie on the desktop?
I didn't add it like the desktop
Oh,
controller.
okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll do it. But on the
And
on
the amazing thing in that one, like, if you take a selfie, then that selfie will save across all the remote player as well.
yeah.
Suppose like you are the multiplayer, then yeah, like it will save to the all players.
And then this is where all my pictures are. They will go onto your MetaQuest Developer Hub. And then if me, Lori, and Arjun are hanging out, we actually were like testing it with Laurel and Lance. Whoever took pictures, we saw all of them. All of them, they were stored with you. So you don't have to say, hey, can you please send me pictures? You all get all the pictures, whoever was in the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So real quick.
And I just want to point out that you are steering this through desktop because, this is a web demonstration, but this would all be an app. You wouldn't be using you'd have like more control over your hands and things
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
from
Yeah,
within the app.
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that's obvious to people who
Yeah, I
haven't.
just didn't want to. I can try, if you do live demo, your VR headset always start messing up. Let me see if mine is, because my Rift Home is always something going on here. Always disconnecting. So, oops, hold on 1 second. I went into the wrong app. Hold on.
But it is really nice that the team has included that option to, steer it from within the
Oh yeah,
Unity editor on your desktop. It
because you
makes
don't
the
want to.
development a lot faster.
Yeah. Okay, so my link is disconnected. It just does it. I have to do all this shenanigans to like reconnect it and connect it, and it will wake up, whatever. Let me just show you. But yeah, I usually test either from the device simulator, but 90% of the time I do test it through this. So I do have a link, and we do have explanation how to do it on the website. Let me see. Testing, right? So you want to start testing either from the XR device simulator or you want to connect it with the link. So are we explaining how to do that? If something is not clear, like you have to reach out to me and we're going to explain to you. Another thing, let me do real quick
And
demo.
you said that real quick, but you said device simulator. So that's what you're
Yeah,
using in the editor.
yeah. Let me show you one more time how to do it. If your link is connected to your headset, if you are in the Rift Home, you're going to start just playing. Come on, headset, connect. It's not paired yet, so I'll have to probably restart it. Let me see if I can do.
Adrika said the UI looks
Do you want Lance to go in?
amazing.
Yes, I
Love the look.
do.
Lance, can you go into World Expo in your
Oh,
headset?
no, no, no.
Oh,
I mean, no, it's okay. I mean, if he
if you
wants,
need him, he can jump in. Just
yeah, if
offering.
he wants to, go
It's
ahead.
part of our wrecking crew. All right. So while you're doing that, Educators in VR has what is called the Wrecking Crew. It's a team of very experienced, enthusiastic, and passionate educators and enthusiasts who are specializing in education. And we are available for pro bono and paid, depending on the organization, because it helps us to fund all of our free programs we do in scholarships. But the Wrecking Crew goes in, and our job is to break educational VR apps, XR apps. And Evgeny will tell you we're experts at breaking them.
Yeah,
But our expertise is not just in breaking them, it is explaining how we broke it and making really positive, informed recommendations and suggestions on how to fix it, how to make it better. So it's called the Educators in VR, EdVR Wrecking Crew.
yeah.
It's as a pun on the musical production group. But anyway, we called ourselves the Wrecking Crew.
That's awesome.
So this is another app. As you can see, everything is different. There's nothing that can be the same. It just, the controls. But then it's great thing is that once you go from one app to another, like Lance shared me his app, and I was like, oh, I don't have to learn anything. Everything I know where everything is, I know the controls and everything is working. So another thing, what I told you earlier a little bit, is the number of players, which is, you can see now we have one player here, and it's out of 10, which is kind of shrinking our reach a little bit, like free one. But I think I'm gonna talk to the guys, and maybe we'll make an option to turn off ability to see from home if you do want to have 20 people at the same time, right? So if you turn off the ability to see people in the home, I don't know if I'm being a little clear or not. Oops, where did I land? Why did I land here? That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna check that. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh, I think I'm in device simulator. It's a little messed up here. Okay, anyway, I'll check that. And then you will, if you are in the home environment, if you don't want to see how many people are in the worlds, then you can have 20 concurrent players. I don't know if I explained that correctly or no. Any other questions? Another thing we have here in this particular app is the ability to search for environment anywhere in the world, and then you will go there in 3D. So this is something that my team worked because I do want to have a travel app for travel industry or for travel enthusiasts. Right now, you can search any location. Give me a location, anyone.
Paris.
Paris, France. But this is only for the World Expo app. But again, it's very flexible. You guys can customize it the way you want it. Lori, this is how I do it. I go to XR Device Simulator right here. So this is how you get the control. You saw that's from drop down, and then you drop the XR Device Simulator.
Excellent. And that's comes bundled with the zip so people can.
Yeah, yep.
Thank
All
you.
right, so, and then Paris will load up. This is all coming from Google Earth. We didn't build anything, so it's blurry a little bit. It's not only us, it's pretty much everywhere. And then because we have fly enabled here. As you can see, it's green. So now you can start flying. The way you fly it, you press on trigger button, or you can joystick accelerate. So a little slow. I think I want to do it by default faster. So we're gonna work on that. And then you point up, point down, point low, and you start flying. All right, and then emojis, of course. Anybody, any questions?
We had one question in the chat that Arjun answered already about the cesium, whether you automatically get Google photorealistic scans with the cesium, or if you have to get a token for that. Arjun answered in the chat. And Peter suggested Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do it real quick. I actually do have
The volcano on the big island.
which one? I need like exact name of the volcano so I can see. I have Kauai, Hawaii here.
Kilauea. The Kilauea volcano.
How you spell that?
Oh, Lordy. That's a good question. Hang on a second. Kilauea.
Oh, there you go.
Kilauea.
Okay, go. But again, guys, don't get too excited. This is only for World Expo, not like our starter kit. That's our own proprietary app. But you can feel free to go now to the app and explore it. I'm gonna make sure we need to test it one more time because we did win, that whatever finalist thingy with this
With
app
a hackathon.
with the hackathon. Yeah. So this is where I am, and you can go around and fly around. Is this it, or it dropped me somewhere in the town?
It dropped you in the town that is near the volcano, and I was hoping for
Oh,
the top of the volcano. It's erupting right now, so it would be even better if it
oh,
was live streamed. But anyway, it
right.
gives an example. And you can with flight, you can fly down into
Yep.
the city, and it actually the resolution is wonky, because it's what it is, that we can't fix what's, Google did, but it's amazing. And the when we did a tour recently, a test run on it, we actually were able to go to people's home where they were born.
Hmm.
And people were able to actually tell the story. Oh, this is where my house, and this is where and this is my playground. Really a fun kind of experience to hook into this. So it's like Wander on steroids
Hmm.
for what
We
she's done
also,
with World Expo. And it's just an example. I mean, this is an iceberg example
mhm.
of what you can do. What we're doing with educators in VR is bringing in multiple types of worlds for teaching teachers how to teach within different environments and demonstrating them as part of the what's called the DO framework, the Discovery, Exploration, and Wonder framework for building educational virtual worlds. And so we have a flooded city. We have a scene up in outer space that's discussing the scientific reality of something you cannot see in the real world, which is a space hurricane. There literally is a hurricane over the top of the planet. It was discovered, it's invisible. How do you see something that you cannot and teach something that you cannot physically see, touch, feel, etc.? And that's a great demonstration for STEM and STEAM training. So that ability for us to put our key virtual experiences together. And Artsy, most of you know Artsy. She from Altspace and VR Chat and everywhere else, did in very short order, what was like 2 or 3 days, she was able to bring a bunch of her worlds in, her Unity world experiences and create a hub for you to tour all of her worlds. That was last year in the earliest days of this.
Mhm.
So it's great
Yeah.
for portfolio work.
Mhm.
And there's so many uses for this. Again, I'm a fangirl and I'm fanning on it. I'm gonna shut
Oh,
up now.
thank you. No worries. Hi, Ben. Great to see you. Hi, Rafaela. We have a recording going, so if you want to catch up what you've missed later. Okay, so
Hi, sorry I was late, but I wanted to say
yes,
thank you and hi everyone.
hi. I do wanna, Laurel, I do wanna give Lance a chance to show what he did because we did test his app recently. And also Lori, by the way, you forgot to mention Lori, she did her Critters app there as well. We were flying around her globe. So hopefully you take this updated framework and migrate everything.
I'm looking
It's way
forward
better
to
now. Another thing that she helped us to do, Lori helped us to create this system, this building blocks, which I use like every day. And you can open it through Create a Toolkit. Thank you so much, Lori, again. Uh,
Hooray!
so you can add some stuff to favorites with this little star or remove from favorites. I use some of them constantly every day. So what happens here is you create. Oh, I have to remember to talk about the login scene. That mind blowing what we did. But real quick, so my favorites are make teleportation area. Let's say you create a floor and you want this floor or whatever surface to be a teleportable. Like let's say you create plane and that you want this to be your floor, and then you create, okay, so now you create make teleportation area, and then all the scripts will attach that you need. And then this area becomes teleportation. Let's say you have an object that you will go and make grabbable. So you create and then make grabbable, and then you will be able to grab it. Right, and then you can make a grabbable with respawn. So if you want to make sure that your room cleans up after people play, make every object grabbable with respawn. There's a couple of things that I do want to still work on because what I notice that sometimes I have a lot of objects and I make them all grabbable, but then I'm like, oh, I don't want to make them grabbable and I want to be easy and remove it. So that's what I want to think. Let me write it down. Remove grabbable. And that's why we need community help to test everything and let us know what you guys like, you don't like, what you want. Another thing, game object create cube. So scene switching is a big thing, very easy. You can create scene switching teleport. So this teleport, what you need to do is very easy. Remember how in Altspace we had the teleport, you walk into it and you change the scene? Same, you go scene switching teleport over here in this window, you just put the name of your scene exactly the way it is, and then you'll be able to walk in and change the scene. How cool is that? Super cool. And same with
Very.
make scene switching teleport. For example, if you want a 3D object to become a teleport, you can take a cube and you want the cube to be, some people were asking me about doors. So once you walk in the door and you want the door to be a teleport. So it's kind of similar. Did you want to say something?
No, sorry.
Oh, so yeah, if you click on it, right? So this script will get attached here. Player position. So this is a very cool one, which is player spawn. I use this all the time as well. So you don't have to make sure that your scene is rotated around your 0 point. You can just use this little cool person, and then you can, okay, I want him to face this way when he lands, or that way, you know, whatever his face is facing, this is where it's gonna be looking at. Make sure it's above the thing. Any questions?
Can you throw things yet?
Yeah, if you make them rigid body, if you make them make grabbable, so you will
Nice.
be able to throw with your hand and they will fly depending on the physics and stuff like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
You can hit them, you can hit another thing, it will fly if you hit it with the thing. I mean, that comes from Unity, so Unity is kind of handling all that on their end.
It just uses Unity's physics. That's awesome.
Yeah. So UI elements need a little bit of work. We're gonna work on that. Presentation tools, we have a slideshow, video projector, so that will be interesting for Joanne. Audio player, what else? Oh, so the coolest thing I want to show you, the coolest thing, and I recently was making an app, and I thought to myself, oh, that would be so cool if we had this. And I was like, wait a minute, we already have it. So what happens is, for example, you create a new scene, right? You go create a new scene. So my new login, and you go there, and there is nothing, right, in that scene. Oops, don't save. So you'll have to remove the camera, make your changes, make sure you remove the camera. And then you go make login scene. You click on it, and this is login. All the components that you need are here, right? Make sure that you have floor, make sure you have whatever you need, but those components are here. One other step to do is make sure that this scene is added and it's number one, right? So you will have to remove my scene from here, and then this will become your login scene, right? So easy. And then if you say, okay, I don't really want the scene, I'm gonna mess up my app, it's okay. Delete that. And then you will say, I want this scene to be not login, but I want this scene to be my home. That means that from login, you're going to go to home to this scene. Just remember that this is not easy. We spent 2 years to making this, right? You will go to your dev tools. You're going to say, make home scene. These are very important components. They're different in each scene. From login, you're going to go to home. You will get connected with the name. You will be assigned the body. You will be assigned the voice. You're going to connect to the multiplayer. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. So that will make your home, and then start building home. And then make sure that you have your home as well added. And I will also make sure that I work. And then remember, so this is already not login, this is home, right? So you need login, home, so addressables. So what is addressables is all of the other scenes that you don't need to do anything about. They already have everything done. You just put the name of your scene here, make sure it is set up to local. Arjun, can you make sure that the starter kit has local enabled?
Yeah, I will change that one. But yeah, like in upcoming updates, like that will be removed, and like it will automatically handle from like the addressable settings.
Oh, okay.
So
Another thing that we added, the coolest thing, I think that's probably the last one. There's so much I can talk about, but I need a full course on put it on Udemy or something. Another thing that I was asking my guys to do is package updater. So this is very important. What we did is different from other open source frameworks. We don't publish updates every day, and then you have thousands of updates that you lost. Is where you at. You go to package updater. Once we have enough changes, so we're gonna build a package and put it on our cloud, and you will click on here, and then you will download the package from here, right? And all the updates, if you don't touch anything sensitive like the script, all these managers, if you just focus on content, you're not going to have any issues. If you start messing with UIs and stuff like that, then you might have conflict. So try to just make environments. Any other questions? Don't be shy. Don't be quiet. It's a discussion. We need your help.
I hope you all see that this is just the tip of the iceberg and you see this potential. And so I would love to also, if you don't have any questions, I want to put it out there that we'd love to hear about
Yeah.
your ideas on what you want to do with this. You know, we're not out to steal anybody's ideas. Just what are you thinking about? Oh, I could maybe do this. I could maybe do that. And maybe Evgenia and Lance, the rest of the team could respond in a way to help you move in that direction. So would love to hear that.
Lance, did you want to show real quick how did you customize the that environment?
Yeah, I can go ahead and show at least what I've got. I already hit play, so let me share my screen.
And I'm so grateful because he was going through and he was helping me with making changes. And this is why, because it's developer release, right? This is everybody who wants to build this app, use it in the last, I don't know, week or so, 2 weeks. Please let me know. I need to know who is going to be doing it because we're going to work together with making improvements before we update the main starter kit. We don't want any issues.
Look at that. I
Yeah,
love it. It's fully branded for educators in VR.
Yeah, so I was playing around with that right there a little bit. That there's an actual 3D model I actually created. So if I was to come here, see it's a full-on 3D model that I actually made. Um but yeah, so that's just a little fun little test I did right there to see how well it would work out. I even changed the platform color too, because it was purple. So I was trying to make it fit. Obviously, it's all still work in progress. If I click in, log in anonymously, takes a little bit. Okay, as you can see, I had fun right here too. Um, So a lot of it is just testing to see how well it will actually do. So the environment here is still the same. I may want to change that up into the future, but right now it's what it is. Um,
That's a really nice thing about Vertex Form 3D is that it comes already looking good. So if you don't change anything, you're still going to have a nice product, but
exactly.
it lets you
But if you
customize it.
yeah, and if you want to get very creative, then you can legitly just change the whole entire space you log into as well too, which is
I,
really cool. So
hmm. I think that we should make that, or you should make that very clear that just because it's pre-made already doesn't mean you can't change anything or everything. It's not apparent when you first look at it because
yeah.
it's so complete.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So as you can
ready
see,
now.
a lot of the other worlds that come with it is all here, and I could go into them if I want to, but the one I'm going to go into is the one I added, which was the Space Hurricane. Do, do. And
We
all
we
that is
need
for
Lance's doot 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 song for loading. So we hear that quite often with educators in VR.
um. So here we are in the space. There was quite a bit of hiccups, but luckily quite a bit of them has been fixed. And look, watch.
I think we
Um.
had a question from MZO. I think she She said something. She raised her hand. Do you have a question?
It slipped my mind because I was also looking at what he was doing. So I'll let you know in a second when it registers again.
Also, one other quick thing is that we were working with Lance. He was going through some issues, but they were related kind of to his computer, to his own setup. And it's always different. There's always
Mhm.
something different, and it's usually very easy fix. People like, oh, I'm usually freaking out, but it's like a very easy fix. So we want to have a list of issues, like common issues, and then make a list of issues on the website. So every issue that you come up with, we will put on the website. With him, he had a lot of issues with layering because he was missing his stuff, and where is his
Yeah.
stuff? And then we figure out it was on a different wrong layer, and then you can show where it was, right? If you want. Go
I
I'd
ahead.
like to
wrote it down. Oh, I'm sorry.
and I'd like to add that this is a multimodal educational and virtual experience. There is sound, and I'm not sure, I don't think you have sound pass through set up on Zoom, but when you pass through that haze, uh kind of aura that's right there, you will then enter and listen to someone who is, it's a mechanical, computer generated voice, really good one, that is describing what a space hurricane is and how it was discovered. So outside of that, you just hear kind of spacey sounds, kind of I don't know how to describe it. And then
Yeah, I don't know how to make it so Unity, not Unity,
Zoom,
Zoom could hear it.
right. So
But
just
yeah,
know
so
that
there is
this is
subtle music and
ideal
stuff.
for testing because we have posters and you have to check on readability. And I think we have to update the posters. Anything that's white, um, this is a problem with Quest that happened almost 3 years ago with the Quest headset updates. Anything that's white shimmies and shakes. It's a pain in the tuchus. But you have different audio levels and different audio sounds, moving objects, animation, and then there's a platform over at the side where you overlook and you see the planet Earth below. Is that set up to be visible, Lance?
Yeah, yeah.
There it is.
I was just trying to figure out how to teleport via the computers.
Okay.
You have to switch. Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
okay. Hang on, hang on. When you push shift, it does something interesting, and I did not see how I. Oh, I'm going underground. What
Okay.
button did I push?
I
All
forgot
right.
which
Do that
one.
later.
Yeah.
So when you head up to the platform, so there's a lot of little bits and pieces that need to be tweaked on this, but it's pretty much, ready to go. And then you see the planet down below with the animation of the aurora borealis and the space hurricane up above. So it's a really a profound virtual experience to be in. And I'm seeing there's some color. I don't know if it's just the Zoom bringing in, but there's some color. We're missing some colors and shading and
Yeah,
stuff
there's
that's in
still
there.
some stuff that I'm still fixing with
Yeah.
this. So
That
there's
looks
still quite a bit.
amazing.
Yeah, but it's a wonderful testing world because it has all this different functionality that is really important when you're testing layered audio, animations, all these different features. You need to be able to make sure that everything is working. So we love this world.
And it's not a new world. It goes back quite a way. So it's kind
Yeah,
of legacy in a lot of ways
it
too.
was first developed in Altspace VR, and we have migrated it to multiple platforms.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. So and I'm working on the flooded world now too. It's not quite in here, so can't actually like look at it just yet. But there's still, it is, as she says, drag and drop, click and play type thing, which can come in handy when you're trying to build your own world, your own app and stuff. So
Evie, I'd really like to kind of go meta with this and teach my students or encourage them to try to create. So I'm teaching a course on XR design. And so I would love to see any of my students try out the framework and build their own coursework in it. So this is not an educator's for VR. This is me educating how to build in
Hmm.
VR or for VR, and I would love for my students to submit assignments as their own app. And I think that you make it simple enough that that's actually achievable. And so in my course, I've offered office hours to help people with Unity and Meta Quest 3 questions, troubleshooting, stuff like that. But the assignments are open. You can submit them, as text or video or whatever media format you like. But I would love to see somebody actually build an app um, just to submit their work. It would be amazing.
Thank you so much. It's awesome. That would be amazing.
One of
No,
the
thank
world,
you.
yeah, one of the worlds that we are going to be developing as part of our Educators in VR series is on Vertex Form 3D is a world that has a variety of different models and IFX assets, sorry, um, that we can actually have students or teachers right on the spot create scenes and scenarios
Mhm.
so that we have building blocks. And one of the things that we used to do all the time, it's very hard to do, can't do it, and it's in some of the platforms, is have geometric shapes that are all colored. So I don't know if this is going to help you, but we want to bring those geometric shapes in because once you start using them like Legos, you can build amazing things and just allow your imagination to run free. So there's so many possibilities that are in here.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
We have a
Love it.
snap functionality as well. So snap things together if you want to build like a Lego set or something.
Oh, that would be fun. MZO has her hand raised.
Okay, so earlier I heard you mention like hosting. Um, so after someone builds something, and right now we're still in the process of building this particular
Mhm.
platform itself. So let's just say I built a store, like I said in the beginning, I built a store and I'm uploading it and like hosting after it's built. Are you the host or are we going somewhere else to get hosting or how does that work?
So you will be hosting it yourself, and you will be uploading it to the MetaQuest. Um, and they will be hosting it, right? So
Oh,
the
I get
way,
it.
yes, so the way you test it at first, so make sure you test it really correct way. You create a build. So what's happening is you will have a couple of steps. You will create build addressables you from here. So addressables are gonna be your bundles. All the worlds that you created, they will be kind of built. And then you don't need to know where they are, but if you do, we have an open catalog file, right here. So once they finish building, then you create file, build profiles, make sure that everything is the right order. Then you click on build. So I have a bunch of builds here. So I usually name my builds the date. And once you create the build, then it will spit out this file, APK file, just one. It's like a file, like Word document, Excel document, any document, very easy. Then what you do is to test first, make sure that you are connected to your Quest headset through the link. Again, on the website, we explain, add build, you find where that build is. So what I do usually, okay, open catalog file. No, not here. So I go assets, show in Explorer, my build. So this is the folder you have to create yourself. It's, just like a regular folder. Then you find your build, you copy the page, then you go upload it. So then you find it. Where's this APK that you just made? You go open and then it will upload here and then you go launch. This is the first step. You're going to test it. It start playing in your headset when it's connected. What is this? What am I using? This is MetaQuest Developer Hub. I have a link on the website where to get it. It's on the Meta Store. Then the next step is once you test everything, it's working fine, then you will have to create your organization. So under each organization, there will be different apps. So we have 3 apps on currently. I don't really do this one. kind of mostly this two. So we had 76 users. Right now, I don't know how many because we are out of the alpha, so I can't see, unfortunately. So then what you do, at first you start with alpha. So alpha channel is the lowest of the lowest for experimental apps. Nobody can find them, but you can share the link with your friends. So what you do is you go upload, and then you will select, and up here, if there's any issues or errors, they will tell you. But it shouldn't, if you do have any issues, just post it on Discord or email me. We're gonna help you troubleshoot. The same, once you test everything, the same build, you select, it will start processing. If there's any issues, it will let you know. If there's no issues, it will be all green. And then it will tell you what version of the app bundle code. Every time you upload a new app, it will have to change the code by one. So the way it works is major, minor, major, something else, minor or something. So if you have a major update, you can change this first number. If there's small updates, you can say 001, medium update 010 or something like that. It's kind of up to you. I guess it's not very strict. Anyway, and then once you do that, I don't think I have it open. Let me see. I think I do. Again, we have that on the website as well. So you can see here, you will have to set up this developer account. You can create a new app. New app should be unique. And then you will go here and you start looking at release channel, or maybe distribution. Yeah, I think so. It's over here. So once you upload it, you're gonna see it here, this version, and then you're gonna go to settings, copy this link, and share with friends, share with us, and this is how we'll be able to install it on our headset. Let's say you test it with your friends and you like, oh, my app has enough content, I love it, it works great. Then you go to your page again, and then you might go to beta. So beta testing is, you hear this a lot. Alpha is super low, right? Buggy. Beta is better. So a lot of, oh, beta testing launch. So this is what you do. I never did beta. I went from alpha to production store. Anyway, and then once the production store is done, you're going to upload, but then you will have to go through long process because you'll have to sign up some documentation, agree to lots of terms and conditions, and then it will take a few days for Meta to approve your app. If they don't approve it, they're going to give you a reason what happened, why they didn't approve it. Usually it was like more comfort, but we fixed all of that. So if you have enough content and it's all nothing buggy, nothing is making people uncomfortable, then you will be approved. And that's when people can search your app in MetaQuest and it will come up. And what I said about hosting, because we don't have it yet, we will start working on the web builds, right? So we want to have the app like spatial. They do have VR and then they have web. So once you have a web, well, once we have a web integrated, you can create a new build, but this will be a different platform. You will have to switch it from here, build profiles. You're going to go to web GPU or web right here. So we don't have it. I'm not going to mess with this right now. Once you install that, then you create a build. There will be a different set of folders or packages that you will have to take. And then you have to go to your hosting provider and put it there. What we want to do as a company, we want to build that backend, right? So make it easier. So that commercial backend will be something we will be working this year. So instead of like going to your third-party hoster like GoDaddy or whatever, so you will come to us. So what we want to build, kind of our commercial step, is imagine GoDaddy meets VR chats backend meets DigitalOcean, right? Something like that. So that will be only for our virtual reality applications.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I hope that wasn't too complicated.
No, you're helping me understand it a little bit more because I didn't understand what it was at first. So thanks.
Yeah, no worries. Any other questions or comments? Ben, you have anything, any comment by any chance?
No, I don't, but I applaud everything that you've done here. It's come so far. Congratulations. It's amazing.
I appreciate it. Yep. Work very, very, very hard, to be honest. Any
It
other
certainly
questions?
shows.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
I'll just share a quick
Oh,
thought. Each time I attend, I understand it more. So it's really exciting to see where you are now. I can't wait to dive in.
yeah. And also, I have this other question. Is there a solution for having something like the old Altspace screen projector where our PC desktop can be on a screen with every very low lag? I assume it would need a CDN. This is, yeah, it's probably Arjun's question. Arjun,
Yes.
can you see this question?
Yes, but I didn't know much about like the Earth space, so
Oh,
that's why.
no,
So
it's
it's either going to be a video player or a live browser or a desktop shared desktop, right?
for
Is
now. For now, we'll only have a slideshow, but for that to be able to use it, you need like either a desktop build, but we don't have it yet. Like the short answer, not yet. But this is something that either can be purchased through marketplace, or somebody can build it, or we can build it depending on the load. But once we have web integrated, this is where we can start. Okay, I'm going to screen share from the desktop. Obviously, you can't screen share from VR headset. I don't think so, right? But yeah, something we can keep in mind for sure. And if you want to build the app, please do connect, because we need hold your hand, and you need your feedback on the process. The latest update was a ton of work. Andrika said, thank you for such a comprehensive walkthrough. We'll definitely check out, test this framework. Seriously cool. Thank you so much. And you have my website, my email. Oh my gosh, we 1 hour. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't want to hold you guys too long. But please email me, info@vertexform3d, or connect on Discord. I already sent my Discord link in the chat. We would like you to be featured. We'll share something. And the one last thing real quick, I did set up another meetup for next 2 weeks from now, because that would be a very important event for us. We're going to be talking about avatar customization. And if I can share it right now, maybe you can join this event. User member. LinkedIn gave me any. Share. Click the link. And one more thing. Hold on a second. Where's my Zoom? I lost my Zoom. Hold on, guys. Stop sharing. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so chat. Where's my chat? Oh, here. Okay. So this is the new event, January 29, where we're going to start talking about avatar customization and start brainstorming how we can start building our own avatars. And another thing, we would like to get a star on GitHub. If you guys are so kind, if you didn't give us a star yet, we would like a star. I'm also sending this is in the link in the chat. Any questions? Thank you, Uzoma. Thank you so much. Any final thoughts, questions, anything else before I wrap it up? So quiet. All right.
What's the name of the repo or the owner of the repo? Because I'm getting Vertex 3D from not your account. Like what's the
So if you go,
github.com/?
if you go to I dropped it in the link right now. It's in the link.
Okay.
Vertex
The
Form
chat
I'm
is
on
in
a
the
different
chat.
machine, so I can't
in the
click on it. But
in the chat.
Vertex Form 3D. Okay.
Vertex Form 3D and then / Vertex Form 3D Unity VR Starter Kit. I think this star will be both in the developer. Yeah, you don't need like switch releases, but if you can give us a star and share with people. But I do need to, join our Discord and start telling us about your progress. Thank you,
Actually, I
guys.
already had it started.
Huh?
I already had it
Oh,
started.
you had it start already. I appreciate it.
I
All
would
right.
like to echo what Lori has said in the chat. Really, really appreciate these and looking forward to the next ones and where this is going. Thank you for letting us come along for the ride.
Thank you,
It's
guys.
really impressive.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.